Welcome everybody, Loddon Valley Leisure Centre, and doesn't that sound unusual?
Certainly does, and what a venue.
Indeed, I'm joined by my good friend and co-host Ben Fisher, basketball aficionado, fashion mogul.
I'm not sure about fashion mogul, but yeah, good to have you back, Mark. We missed you last week when we a couple of weeks ago when we took on USA Select, so good to have you back in the hot seat.
Thank you, mate, much appreciated. So, first, let's call it proper game, NBL Trophy, the KitKing Trophy, which we will endeavour to get right throughout this period. It's your home team, Reading Rockets, and they played the Westminster Warriors. So you've seen the Rockets team so far, Ben. Give us a quick rundown on what you've seen so far in the kind of first 4 weeks of returning new head coach Samit Nourizadeh having this group.
Well, really good so far. I think some very positive steps. The run out against the USA Select team was pretty high scoring. I think that you can see the style of game that he wants to play with his team. Very up tempo, fast paced, lots of pick and roll within the offense, and defensively very aggressive. I think rotations wise is stuff that he will be working on with his group after giving up 94 in that game. But the guys have had a couple of run-outs against BBL opposition yesterday against Bristol Flyers and Surrey Scorchers in the Vince Marriott Classical, or Trophy rather, and two close games. And I think Samit will be pretty pleased with what he saw in those games.
Yeah, I managed to catch some of the Flyers game, and I watched the Surrey Scorchers game on playback later in the day, and I thought Reading Rockets acquitted themselves very well. Didn't see usually there's a bit of a visual difference. That looked fairly good, and I think for just a little bit of size, a little bit of physicality, it's probably a slightly closer game, but acquitted themselves very well. So yeah, this will be a great chance for the new Rockets fans to see the new look Reading Rockets, and the arena here at Loddon Valley looking spectacular and filling up nicely as we get ready for tip. Visited by kind of perennial NBL Division 1 Westminster Warriors, who back in our youth were a pretty mainstay of Division 1. Come up from Division 2 from an unbelievable season last year, going undefeated through league. What's your thoughts on Westminster?
Well, maybe it's wrong to say, but they're almost like the sort of Norwich City Fulham of NBL Division 1, NBL Division 2, going up and down. But to be honest with you, it's good to have them back in the league. As you said, last season, they were absolutely fantastic in Division 2 and thoroughly deserved to be champions and promoted back. I think their organisation has got a lot better as well, and they've got a lot of good players within their team. They've got a former Rockets player in Chuck Duru, so great to see him back in. John Johnson, who I think has played for Westminster for a long time, and another former Rockets academy player, Jacob Daniel Tate. So really good to see. Yeah,
thanks for that, Ben. A good evaluation of some of the key guys. So full lineup: Drayshawn Brown, Joseph Kahinde, Jacob Daniel Tate that Ben just mentioned, Arif Sempala, and then it's Khalil Johnson, Oyalesi, Anthony Kerr, Chuck Duru, former Rocket, Tyler Johnson, who I believe is a former Solent last year. Then it's Asamobi and Ogonowo makes up the full lineup for the Westminster Warriors. So Ben, give us a couple of rundowns on some of the new Rockets faces, and then we'll go into their lineups. Take a little bit of time to talk us through some of the new guys.
Yes, well, you've got one of the league guards, Jemiah Jenkins, who's come in very quick. Has a really nice ability to score, so he's definitely one to watch out for. Troy Cracknell was ever present in yesterday's game against Bristol and Surrey. Very skillful player and a great import player. Finn Porter as well, was in Malta last year, played at the University of Portsmouth. And Jordan Jackson from Oaklands.
Yeah, thanks for that, Ben. Yeah, full lineup: Jeremiah Jenkins, I would say, Reece Pinnock, familiar face. Sadar Panda is in from Glasgow Rocks. Then it's Lewis Champion, Ben Dixon, Troy Cracknell, Finley Porter, Ash Kitchen, Isaac Round, Ant Corner, big man Jordan Jackson and Pete Walker make up the full lineup today for the Rockets. We're approximately 7 minutes away from tip-off, and as we say, this is a KitKing NBL Trophy game. And format-wise, for anybody who's not familiar with KitKing, it's a 4-group stage in the first round. So it's Group 1, which contains Solent Worthing, the BA London Lions and the Essex Rebels. Group 2 contains Reading Rockets and Westminster. They're also joined by Oakland Wolves and Thames Valley Cavaliers. Group 3 is Hemel Storm, Nottingham Hoods, the Charnwood Riders, who are the Division 2 entry in Loughborough, and then it's Derby Trailblazers, Bradford Dragons, Newcastle Uni and Manchester, who make up Group 4. We will just take a moment to pause as Gary Johnson, the chairman, owner of Reading Rockets and in-house announcer, walks us through a tribute to Her Majesty the Queen.
This is a KitKing Trophy game, one of our pool games, and all the pool games will be played this week, with both teams playing 3 games. However, the truth is that today our thoughts are very much elsewhere. And what a loss our nation suffered just 10 days ago in the passing of our Queen Elizabeth II. You've all heard the fabulous adjectives, thousands used by very well-spoken people, the media, VIPs, and the ones that you and I have shared about to describe the phenomenon that was Her Majesty. So what I ask is if you please be upstanding with me as we show our appreciation of not only who she was, but what she did for each and every one of us. I'm going to ask the referees to count the 1 minute silence and in your hands.
Excellent moment of silence observed by the Rockets fans here. As we get back to the scheduled programme, we were just going through the KitKing groups and how the format works. I say group stages for the early rounds here. A couple of results from yesterday. So Solent and Worthing played yesterday, and Worthing comes out victorious. What do you think of that one, Ben?
Yeah, interesting. I think Solent put on a good performance. I think obviously huge.
They were leading at half, I think.
Yeah, I think huge changes there for that team and the coach, etc., etc. So I think they'll be pleased with their first outing. Worthing looking a very strong team this year, so you kind of felt it was going to be a bigger mismatch. But I think the Kestrels will be happy with that and look to take that forward into the next couple of games. Yeah,
in the north, Derby beat Manchester and Bradford beat Team Newcastle. I think quite an interesting, the Bradford-Newcastle one. I think they'll be fairly evenly matched, and Bradford usually quite tough. Derby, another one to look out for this year. Yes, I think the Trailblazers will be certainly up there. You're looking at top 4 for them. Matt Shaw, as always, does a fantastic job with the group he assembles, and I expect them to be, as I say, top 4 or possibly title contenders. And then Oaklands, who I think, again, they are a Division 2 entry, aren't they? Oaklands, they play Thames Valley Cavaliers, and I think less said about the result the better.
Yeah, one-sided, but I think what we should say about Oakland's is that they started last season in the same sort of vein. They are Division 2 this year, but they've stuck to their guns and they'll be playing their academy guys. And credit to them. And I think Lee Ryan, let's not forget they won the EABL South Conference last year with that academy team. So yeah, I think they'll be a good package in Division 2.
Absolutely, and again, I think Thames Valley was a bit of an unknown quantity coming into this one. In that, not much news about their roster. Martel McLemore shows back up. Always quite interesting to pull him out of the bag from nowhere.
Well, yeah, him and Bode Adelola as well from Hemel.
Yeah.
Who I still think can do a heck of a job in this league.
Without question.
So yeah, I think it's interesting to see what they've assembled. And I think for them, it's their consistency. Can they be consistent during the season? If they can, they're again a top 4 outfit. So let's see.
So, announcements being made, players introduced. Come and join us on the live stream. Got 42 of us already watching. Easily double that as we get into it. Remember, this is a KitKing group stage game between the home team Reading Rockets visiting Westminster Warriors. I think there's plenty of weapons on this Westminster team, Ben, that could certainly hurt the Rockets. And again, unknown quantity. Don't know what brand of basketball they will come out with. No Justin Hitchman from last year is probably the one to note. Guy for them led them with nearly 18 points and 6.5 rebounds a game, but not in this year. But still, as I say, probably plenty of weapons.
Yes, absolutely. I mentioned John Johnson earlier on, but they've got some Division 1 experience in there. Arif Sempala, Tosin Oyelesi, Chuck Duru as well, of course. So I think they've got some good firepower. I think they'll cause teams some issues because they'll play an up-tempo style of basketball. So yeah, again, it'd be interesting to see a little bit of an unknown quantity with this group in Division 1, but I'm looking forward to seeing them play.
And again, Reading, as we say, I've been pleasantly surprised with what they've had so far. I think the brand of basketball that Samit Nurizadeh has is always, I think, pleasant to watch for the basketball purists. But I think, from our time seeing Samit prior to this time around, is that he's a meticulous planner, will scout, will have game plans, and I think that's just really good for the league, isn't it?
Yes, absolutely. I think he's one of the best coaches in terms of working certainly with the backcourt. I think his youth player development is also something that he brings to the table and one of the best in the league, and he's not afraid to play younger players if they're doing a job. We mentioned Luke Nelson in our last stream, and I think that's a real good one, and players like Devon Van Oostrom have got a lot of really positive things to say about how he's helped their career. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to seeing him back. Has he mellowed? I don't know, we shall see, but that'll be one thing for us to look out for sure. As
I watched the streams of Bristol yesterday, who did a very, very good job on the stream, is that I do like catching the hand gestures and the animations from Samit and wonder if he has mellowed. Obviously, I'm not close enough to tell you the answer to that just yet, but always good one to watch, and we'll see how things play out in this first proper, quote-unquote, home game.
Absolutely. I mean, there's no denying he is extremely passionate about the game, about his teams, and his just love for competing. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to seeing what he can do with this group during this season.
Team's been called over. We're pretty much about ready to go in this 1 minute to go. Coaches getting their kind of final thoughts. We're going to be, again, really interesting. These early games, you never really know what each team is going to come out with. Westminster even more unknown, being that they are from the division below. We won't have seen a lot of them, even this morning and yesterday, trying to find stats on that, not as easy to find. So they may well surprise a few people. Reading will be certainly keen to stamp their brand of basketball on this one and hope to probably defend and get out to an early lead and play from there. What do you think, if we were going to pick a guy for Reading to watch out for today, who are we watching out for?
Well, I think really Troy Cracknell's the guy that's impressed so far. He's an out-and-out scorer, really. In his college career, he averaged on the 20-point mark. So I think he's definitely one for Rockets fans and fans around the league to look for and really enjoy the way he plays.
While I furiously look to find a live stats link, which I can't find, by the way. No idea at the minute where I'm going to find live stats from.
That's complaints at readingrockets.co.uk if you do need.
Yeah, we'll have a quick look. Just looking at starters. Jardel Anthony Kerr is starting. Khalil is starting for Westminster. John Johnson. Sean Oganowu is starting. Looks like Arif Sempala is starting as well. Drayshawn Brown getting the start also. It's Cracknell, Porter, Jordan Jackson, Lewis Champion, Jeremiah Jenkins who get the start for the Rockets.
Yep, some interesting matchups out there already. Rockets probably with a slight size advantage, so let's see how that pans out in this first quarter. Jackson
Jumps up with Anthony Kerr and first possession Rockets, and it's Lewis Champion Warriors coming out in an early 3-2 zone. That will be an interesting one. Rockets still in a man set, and this is the down low to Jackson, who looks for a little shovel inside to Finley. Porter doesn't get it. Drive and kick to Drayshawn Brown. He'll get a paint touch, but tries to shovel to Oganowu, but no good there, and it's Champion controlling for Rockets. Skip over to Jeremiah Jenkins, and that is out of bounds on this near side. Skip ahead to Drayshawn Brown, little step through and the scoop finish. Really nice from Drayshawn Brown to get the Warriors on the board 2-0.
Yes, that will be a settler for Westminster. Rockets with a couple of turnovers to start.
Porter again trying to find that dump down to Jackson. Doesn't get that one. This is Cracknell who goes left. Finds Champion, corner 3. Bit short, but it's Porter inside. Doesn't get the finish. It will stay with the Rockets, and they will finish with Jeremiah Jenkins on the pull-up. Khalil inside to Oganowu. He gets one up, but nothing doing this time. Porter clears and Champion controls again for Rockets. Looking for something early before the zone gets set. Inside out from Champion. He'll get to the teeth of the defense. Find Jordan Jackson down low. Little baby hook. And the Rockets get another 2.
Yeah, interesting. Coach Nurizade asking for early pick and roll there. And playing with the inside player. Trying to find some advantage inside rather than shooting the 3.
Champion barreled over by John Johnson. And Oganowu will finish that one inside from Johnson. We're all tied up at 4.
There's Champion warned for flopping very early on.
The refs don't know. That's what he does.
Absolutely.
Jenkins again, who made his first, and he makes his second. This time it's a triple, and Jeremiah Jenkins has an early 5 points on the board. Johnson ahead of the pack, and he gets a lefty layup.
I think that's one of the most frustrating baskets to concede as a coach. You've just scored, and the other team scores on you straight away.
Jenkins to Champion on perimeter. Early look inside to Jordan Jackson. He's got a nice touch. Goes to the right. Skip this time, and Jenkins for another. This one in and out. Thought it was halfway down. Khalil for the Warriors. That's Anthony Kerr inside to Oganowu. Doesn't get that one to go. Porter down the middle. There's a bump inside, and it's going to be an offensive foul going the other way. That offensive foul is on Finley Porter. Nice early tempo, Ben.
Yes, I don't think I don't think Coach Nurizade would be too happy. That just quite a few turnovers from the Rockets. Jeremiah Jenkins looks to be in the groove already, so that's some good stuff.
Sean Oganowu doesn't get that one to go. This is Cracknell. He goes to the crossover, reach from Drayshawn Brown, and referee calls the foul. Early subs. Tosin Oyelesi coming in here.
We just saw John Johnson and Coach Samit Nurizade exchanging numbers there. Back to the game.
Cracknell at the top. Jenkins, who's already made a couple and had one go in and out. Flare screen, then finds Champion on the extra pass, and that's Lewis Champion with the triple.
Much better offense from the Rockets. Some really crisp actions, reversing the ball, and Champion was there to knock down the triple.
Jenkins will be called for the foul. Hands on right in front of us. Five-second call potentially. No, they'll get it in bounds. This is Jardel Anthony Kerr gets a touch inside. Oyelesi recovers. Shot clock must be down to 8. Drayshawn Brown back rims it, and Jordan Jackson with a big rebound, and Rockets are out and running with Troy Cracknell. Champion thought about the extra one to Jeremiah Jenkins. They'll go pick and roll. Champion who made his last. They'll skip one more time to Jenkins. Can't get it to go, and he's now 50% after making his first 2. Drayshawn Brown inside. Offensive foul. This time it's not a flop from Champion. Takes the charge. Great defensive play from Lewis Champion.
Trademark Champion there, getting his body on the line. We talked about it in the first pre-season game. Lewis Champion averaging a number of charges per game. Great to see.
Former Rocket Jacob Stanwell Tate is now in the game. One you'll know well, Ben.
Absolutely, yeah. Really good academy player. It was brilliant to have him for the last 3 years.
There's that same flare screen, and it's Jenkins inside, showing the full repertoire. This time it's the runner with the right. Rockets ahead, 12-6. Jardel Anthony Kerr. John Johnson down here bumping with Jordan Jackson. Kerr dials his own number. Nothing doing this time, but long rebound. Ends up with Oyelesi. Blocked by Porter and will stay with Westminster. First timeout. Called by Lawrence Brown. British basketball experienced guy, Essex, amongst a few other stops along the way.
Absolutely, very good knowledge. I'm impressed with that. You're back on the ball very early on in the season.
I'm showing mid-season form early days.
Yeah.
I don't want to make a big deal of it. So it's 12-6. I mean, what do you think Coach Brown's saying to his Westminster team?
Well, I would imagine he's probably going to talk about how they're defending the flare screen. They seem to be switching the pick and roll. I'd imagine Coach Nurizade will be having a look into that. But I think it will be more about their offensive, 6 points in 5 minutes. They've had a number of open looks that they've just missed and kind of settled to shoot the 3. So I'd imagine he'll be just chatting that one over, not panicking. They're in the ball game, but just tidying a few things up early on.
And Jeremiah Jenkins for the Rockets, early 7 points. He's got mid-range 2, a triple, runner with the right hand. Looking good so far.
Yeah, and there was me saying, Troy Cracknell was the one to look out for, and absolutely not.
You're showing pre-season form.
Yes, absolutely. Jeremiah Jenkins has really come to play early in this first quarter.
Referees on everything. No bouncing of balls.
Yeah, and wearing the right socks.
Inside to Jardel Anthony Kerr. That one might have got a piece in the web. They're looking for a goaltend. Nothing doing. Champion on perimeter with Jordan Jackson's near side. It's Cracknell. He'll dial up his first one. And that one goes. Triple for Troy Cracknell.
as I was saying, definitely one to look out for in this first quarter.
Yeah, Troy has saved you there.
Yeah.
That's fine. Jardel Anthony Kerr inside, hand in from Jackson. Or unless he gets that one on the little shovel from Anthony Kerr, and that gets Westminster back on the board. 15 plays, 8 in favour of the Rockets. Jenkins with Cracknell. Likes the mid-range. Finds Porter in the high post. He's going to put it on the floor, but turned over. Porter with a bit of a rough start on the turnover front. This is John Johnson inside, a guy you said to look out for. Nice hanging finish with the left.
Yeah, took it right to the heart of the Rockets' defence. Did a good job to finish.
Westminster staying with a 3-2 zone, so no defensive adjustment from Coach Brown. There's the flare that Coach said to look out for, the extra one. It's Champion who made his first. That one is off. Jordan Jackson's got his hands on it, but boy, unless he clears that one. Jardel Anthony Kerr can't handle the outlet outside, and John Johnson takes a seat while former Rocket Chuck Duru comes into the game.
Yeah, what a stalwart for English basketball. Chuck Duru, was absolute pleasure to have him play in a Rockets vest for a season. Fantastic guy, great basketball player as well. A veteran of the game, shall we say.
This is Reese Pinnock into the game with Ashley Kitchen. There's that same flare. Jordan Jackson opens up high post, and they're going to get another extra pass. This is Cracknell who made his first. That one's long, could see it straight away. Pinnock, who's a good rebounder, doesn't get that one, and that is Khalil right to the rim.
I think that was that might have actually been Jacob Stanwell.
Oh, sorry, I thought that 8 was a 6. You are correct.
Yeah, it was a good finish in transition, and Coach Nurizade's called timeout.
So there's the timeout. Good response from Coach Brown's Westminster side. Now we're back going the other way, Ben. What do Reading have to do to get back in this?
Well, it's all about the 3-2 zone, isn't it? You can see that they're off the flare screen. They're trying to get the ball to the corner, which is kind of what they feel is a weakness of the 3-2 zone. But I think trying to get the ball inside is a must now for the Rockets. They've missed a number of perimeter shots. They're not cleaning up anything on the offensive glass. So I'd imagine Coach Nurizade gets stops, play in transition, beat the zone down the floor, and then see if we can get the ball into the high or low post.
Fairly even hit. 15 plays 12. Westminster worked themselves back into it. Join us on the live stream. 96, told you a double, didn't I? Got the form I'm in so far.
Yeah, very
unbelievable.
Very good. You are the Arsenal of commentary at the minute.
Top of the league. Yeah, nice even game so far. Leave us some comments. Leave us your thoughts. We always like to hear what you've got to say in this KitKing NBL Trophy group game. Group 2 game this is. Bit of extended zone here from Westminster up the floor, trying to squeeze the perimeter a little bit, and that's nearly stolen away. Tip from Khalil inside to Jordan Jackson, the right hand finish, and I've been impressed with Jordan Jackson so far this season. I think he's got a nice touch around the rim.
Yes, most definitely. I think there's definitely elements of his game that were going to help the Rockets, a positive inside presence, and he showed it there.
Let Stanwell Tate get into the rim again, and this is Jenkins, and Rockets perimeter shooting just gone a little bit cold here as Westminster have worked themselves back into it. This is Stanwell Tate, former Rocket. Trying to go inside to Duru. He throws up the little righty hook. Nothing doing, and Pinnock early outlet to Jenkins. He'll get all the way to the rim with the left, and that will go. Lovely finish. Switching hands from Jeremiah Jenkins.
Yeah, that'll please Nurizade. Rockets pushing it out in transition, beating the zone down the floor and getting to the bucket.
Killian on this right wing, looking inside, but goes up top to Duru. He'll try and take Kitchen one-on-one. He does no problem as Chuck Duru barrels his way down the rim. gets 2. Nice finish from Chuck Duru.
Yeah, that might be a bit of an itchy moment for the Rockets. Ashley Kitchen playing Chuck Duro quite close there. Duro just being able to get past. So there might be a little adjustment needed on that matchup.
Duro at the line, looking for 3 the old-fashioned way. Not this time, but Oyelesi with a big rebound, and Westminster will have another possession. 1:30 to play here at Loddon Valley, the new home of Reading Rockets. Very long. Pinnock tries to pull it in, and that one just lands on the baseline, and Rockets can't get to go the other way. Tyler Johnson about to check in for Westminster. Khalil takes a seat.
Ben Dixon's coming into the game for the first time for the Rockets as well.
Controversial, white trainers, black socks.
Yes.
Thoughts?
And, well, 2 days ago, he wouldn't have been allowed to play due to the sock rule that all players have to have the same colour socks. Why do I know that rule? Because the referees were talking about it in great detail.
Dixon, straight in, black socks, takes a charge.
Wonderful.
Is that really a thing?
That was a thing.
Until 2 days ago?
Apparently so, yes. That was a FIBA rule.
Well, what if you had one of these funky, like, new KD LeBron pink and yellow trainers?
Get lost, can't play.
Barefoot.
Yep.
Dixon and Jenkins work the perimeter. They've always got that extra man over. Teeth of the defence again from Jenkins. Porter this time on the follow. Stanwell Tate, under a minute to go. Straight down the rim, and he gets another one, and he crashes into the seats behind the rim here. Porter the other way. He'll get all the way to the rim, and while Stanwell Tate couldn't, Porter can. He finishes. Rockets have a 23-14 lead, 35 to go. Pinnock with great defence on Johnson. Forces him out of bounds as Rockets have a 2-for-1 chance here. Presume Nurizadeh will just play the offence. High post for Porter, another good catch, and he'll just go again, and he's going to get another easy finish. Rockets seem to have found the formula to this zone defence. 16 to play here in this first quarter. Tate on the left wing, dials his own number. Really long this time, and 10 to go. Pinnock will push the tempo. Rockets will want to get one more. Pinnock's going to go all the way to the left. Doesn't get the finish. That should just see it out. And that is the quarter done. Big first quarter here from the Rockets. 25-14. They lead by 11.
Yes, very positive finish there from the Rockets, and I think that defeating the zone exactly how they would have wanted to do so after the timeout. Playing in transition, got some scores there. Crashing the offensive glass, Finley Porter getting a good rebound and putting it back in, and then playing through the high post. And it was great to see Finn Porter get going from his just pump fake, taking it to the rack and giving Rockets a nice 11-point lead.
Strong start from the Rockets, 25 and a quarter, always good. Giving up 14, also pretty favourable. Probably take that one. Interested to see now what Westminster will come back with. Had some success in transition, a couple of misses, cheap ones around the rim didn't go, but a couple of those go, and it's a closer game, isn't it?
Yeah, I think you can see, you could see certainly in the last 30 seconds, they are trying to push the ball at every opportunity. And I think that they've identified that as a possible weakness of the Rockets in defensive transition. So I imagine that's going to be a big theme for them to get back into the game, get a couple of stops, get the ball out in transition, and they'll be right back in this one.
If you're just joining us, to use an American term, we're at the bottom of the first quarter. It's between quarter one and quarter two, if anyone's not familiar with that term.
I have not heard that before, so thank you for
It's
sharing.
a baseball term.
Oh, lovely.
Yeah, I don't know why I used it. But I appreciate everybody joining us on the live stream. Over 100 now, those are the numbers we absolutely love. Let's keep pushing this one up. This is the premier stream in the UK for basketball. I've made it that.
Okay, there. I was going to say, is that an official line, not an official line?
Allegedly.
Maybe that is in the KitKat Trophy, but definitely not in the KitKing Trophy. There you go.
I thought we agreed pre-game that we wouldn't do that.
Yeah, I'm sorry, but because I'm so pre-season, I've just broken the rules.
One of the youngsters gets his bucket at the quarter. Hopefully he earns himself some sweets. And that's a turnover, and it's still going the other way. I apologise. Pinnock thought he was free. Foot on the line, though. John Johnson back in for Westminster. Asamoah, first time we look at him. Looks like a big, and this is Drayshawn Brown on the drive, and Pinnock don't think he could do much more there than get out of the way.
I just can't understand those calls. I mean, Pinnock, what did he do wrong? He established position. He worked super hard to stay in front, and I just think, like, for both teams, that's a really tough call.
I don't comment on the officials as much as I used to, so I leave that alone. And I'll quote Matt Guyman. When I was coaching, it's Matt Guyman a long time ago. He used to yell at the referees. Do you want him to just get out of the way then? Do you want him to just get out of the way?
Yeah.
Because if you can't really defend in good position, what are you supposed to do?
Yeah, it's a tough one, and it's a tough job. We know that as an official. It definitely is, but yeah, I think a difficult call.
Westminster stay with the zone and skip to Pinnock. He'll go all the way inside. There's going to be a foul call on the kick. That's on Asamoah, who's got to be all of 6'8". He's a big.
Big body in there.
Yeah. Westminster still defending well. Kitchen on the perimeter. Pinnock. Jeremiah Jenkins, he goes to the pull-up, this high jumper that he's got. Manages to get the roll. Did that hit any of the basketball stanchion?
But the double rim's doing him a favour.
Yeah, somehow the double rim gives him the friendly roll. Unheard of. This is Johnson. Tyler Johnson, that is, with John Johnson. This is Drayshawn Brown against Kitchen. He'll fancy his chances here. Ash stays in front. Challenges. Jump ball on this end. Possession arrow with the Reading Rockets as Jordan Jackson about to check back in for Ash Kitchen. Academy guy getting some good early minutes. Troy Cracknell also in. Lewis Champion also in. Jeremiah Jenkins runs off with Dixon. Bit of extended pressure here from Westminster, who have gone to man by the looks of things. No, maybe not. Yes, they have. Westminster now in a man defence. Cracknell goes on the drive. He finds Champion on the baseline. Lift from Cracknell. Champion with 4 on the shot clock. Not a lot of time. Porter's going to have to put this one up. It's going to be too late. Definitely a violation, and the change of defence for the Westminster Warriors does the job.
Yes, absolutely. The Rockets didn't seem very fluid in their offence that time, and played a lot of one-on-one. I think that suits the Warriors. So, yeah, good stop for them. Change
Change of rhythm, wasn't it? Good work by Coach Brown, sort of changed the rhythm of the Rockets, didn't identify the man quick enough. Asamoah inside on Porter, can't get it to go, and Rockets rebound by committee, and they're out and running. Jackson on the lead. Great feet to stay there, and Pinnock just works his way, turn of the body, use the rim protection, gets 2.
Yeah, great finish by Pinnock there. There's a lot of congestion under the rim, and he got it to go.
Tricky finish. Rockets lead this 29-14. Cracknell defending up top on Anthony Kerr. Foul called. Bit of communication down in front of us. How the plays run. Tyler Johnson takes a seat. Khalil back in. This is Khalil to John Johnson. Pull up. Bottoms from the left wing. 3 points for John Johnson. Cracknell the other way with Champion. This is Isaac Round in the game for the first time. Back to Cracknell. He'll go to the crossover, get really deep and finish. Nothing doing, a lot of contact. Refs letting that one go. Drayshawn Brown misses everything. Rockets go the other way. Round down on the far side. Couldn't quite see what happened there. Here's Cracknell. Kick. This is Round in the corner, and that is nothing but string from GB International Isaac Round.
What a play. The Klinsmann dive, then he nails the three. You've got to love it.
Drayshawn Brown, he'll get to the middle, try to shovel to Esamobi, and Porter needs a bit of super glue on his hands at the minute. Round just slowing the tempo. Reading with 12 on the shot clock. Inside to Jordan Jackson. Just goes to the right and a lot of contact, and he'll get two. And let's go straight there, Ben. You've seen Isaac Round all of last year over the summer. What are your thoughts on young Isaac?
Well, first and foremost, he's a terrific player. Captained his country at the European Championships this year. It was a really difficult tournament for the group, but a guy that will always keep teammates' heads up. Very skillful. Had an excellent season, first season in the EABL last year. Probably didn't see as much time on the floor with the Division 1 team as he would have liked, but I think he's definitely in Nurizade's thoughts this year, and I think he brings a real perimeter threat. I think he knows he's definitely got elements of his game that he can improve. But yeah, bar that, he's a terrific young man, and he celebrated his 18th birthday on Friday as well. Many
happy returns, young man. Nice quiet evening, I hope, turning 18. Keep an eye on him, Ben.
Absolutely. Well, Coach Nurizade practiced 9:30 on Friday, so
made sure that there was
absolutely
no chance of fun there.
No misdemeanors yet.
And I think you said it before, and we were around when the backcourt of kind of 17-year-old Lewis Champion, 17-year-old Luke Nelson and 19-year-old Lewis Champion was with Samet, or 20-year-old Lewis Champion was with Samet. I don't know the exact age, but in terms of young guards, he is brilliant to work with, isn't he?
Yes, absolutely. I think he can see talent where it is, and he's very keen to develop that and not just win games of basketball. So I think he's a coach that really suits those type of players.
Jackson makes his first at the line. Front rims is second. Rockets staying at the floor. They'll try and get a turnover. They don't now. They're struggling in numbers. They're 3-on-2 the other way. John Johnson all the way to the rim and gets it to go. What a move by John Johnson.
Yeah, very strong. Last 5 points for his team, keeping the scoreboard ticking over for them.
Westminster stay with the man. Porter goes handoff with Cracknell. Jackson to the handoff, and here's screen and roll with Isaac Round. They do find Jackson inside to Porter. What a find from Jordan Jackson. Porter with the easy two.
Yeah, that is really good basketball. That will really please Coach Nurizade. Playing with the pick and roll, inside action, opposite big diving. Bob's your uncle.
Drayshawn Brown in the front court for Westminster. Khalil on the baseline, easy two dribbles inside. Oyelesi kick to John Johnson, who's made the last three now. John Johnson heating up here for Westminster. Cracknell and Porter at the top. Porter thought about going one-on-one. It's another turnover. Unfortunately, it's 2-on-1 here. up top to Jardel Anthony Kerr. And sorry, just catching my breath because I thought we were having a highlight there.
Yeah, absolutely. We're as you were at the beginning of this second quarter. 11-point game.
Just under 5 to go here in this second. Cracknell with a heavy bump and gets that one to go for 2.
Refs have given it a 3, so that will really get his confidence going.
My eyes from long distance. Not in the best commentary position, you and I here.
No.
They put us in the corner.
Yeah, they have. At least we're not up on the gantry.
Absolutely fine, and John Johnson now gets another. And he has the last 4 baskets for the Westminster Warriors. Cracknell thought about another. Porter hands off to Champion. He's able to turn the corner. Little in and out dribble, and that gets that one to go. Lovely move from lefty Lewis Champion.
Yeah, nice move for Champion. The Rockets keeping the scoreboard ticking over. 14-point advantage.
And want to go back to Johnson here. They've got some sense. Khalil down the lane, and he finishes with a left hand, and confidence up here for Westminster.
Yeah, finding Rockets easy to come by at the moment.
But there is the way to slow down the momentum. Cracknell catches the slow defence, and 1.
Yeah, Troy Cracknell starting to heat up in this game also. Coach Nurizadeh just talking to Jordan Jackson just about positioning. Rockets still keen to play through the inside.
Cracknell at the line to complete the 3-point play. No commentator's curse for me today.
Yes, I think we've had a positive game so far.
Appreciate it. Jardel Anthony Kerr finds John Johnson, finally misses one in this quarter. Rockets will have 4 on 3, still 5 on 4 as Khalil gets back into the play. Jordan Jackson this time misses one from around the rim. Lightning quick Drayshawn Brown the other way against Isaac Round, who finds good position, and the Rockets will go 3 on 2. Champion Cracknell Kitchen. Cracknell pulls the trigger and makes another 3 as Rockets lead this one 46-28 with 3 to go. Another turnover from Westminster, and momentum is going. It's Cracknell out and running again. He'll go to his right, flicks it up, but no finish this time, but goes to the line for 2.
Yeah, Rockets with a couple of stops, points in transition. Great to see quite a young unit on the floor as well. Kitchen and Isaac Round in the game.
Nurizadeh puts a stop to that lineup for you as you comment on the young lineup, and they sub out Isaac.
Anthony Corner into the game though, so good times.
Balance.
Yeah.
Anthony Corner, another product of the John Badacey Academy and Rockets youth program, in the game with Kitchen. And veterans is the wrong word to say for the likes of Cracknell, Jeremiah Jenkins and Jordan Jackson. Veterans, not right, is it?
No, not yet.
I don't know what the right word is. Senior?
Yeah.
Senior players.
This is true.
But Coach Alan Keane shouted at me once for that post-game interview, as I mentioned that they were like the juniors stepping up, and he was like, no, for us, they're just players.
Absolutely.
So I'm always a little bit cautious.
As a side note, we've had a foul line violation.
Last free throw doesn't count. Chuck Giroux into the game, guarded by new guy Anthony Corner. John Johnson on Kitchen, and that's a matchup challenge for youngster Ashley Kitchen, and John Johnson wins that one, getting to the front of the rim, and he's been excellent for Westminster in his quarter. We've gone back to the 3-2 zone. Corner and Jackson. This is Jenkins. There's the slip. Nothing this time, and this is Cracknell against Duru. 6 on the shot clock. Cracknell goes to the pull-up and front rims this one. No numbers here for Westminster. This is John Johnson, who's been electric in the second quarter. Khalil goes baseline, good help from Cracknell. Jackson steps in, and that should go to the Rockets. Nope, thought it was off a Westminster foot.
Yeah, didn't quite have the angle to see that one.
Johnson probably wouldn't guard him with a hand down. He's made a few. Rockets get away with that one. It is in and out from the right wing. This is Cracknell to corner. This is now come out of the zone to the man, and Johnson on Kitchen. I think it's a good lesson for the youngsters too, because when you're a senior guy, you look at and you're guarding the youngster. That's the sort of thing you think you can get away with. A bit more physical. Refs sort of a little bit less keen to call it because you're the youngster.
Yeah.
So Kitchen and co have to be stronger, let's say.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that. And I was going to say prior to that, they also have to look to be a threat as well. Like Ash Kitchen is a very good shooter as he misses his first free throw. That is commentator's curse. But you know, it's the same for Isaac Round as well. Like they're on this roster there for a reason. So it's really important that they show that, given their opportunities.
Kitchen goes 1 for 2. Johnson skips to Duru, who will go against Kitchen, and back to Johnson. Sharp jab step against corner. Duru this time with the pull, back rims it, and corner should pull this one, and does. Now with Troy Cracknell. Jackson to go off the 2 screens. Kitchen pops, but Jeremiah Jenkins dials his own number. Jordan Jackson might keep this one alive, and does, but can't pull it. And Westminster out and running. It's Duru ahead of the pack, and it's Cracknell who nearly gets a piece of it, or maybe got a piece of it. Still goes for Chuck Duru.
Yeah, great athleticism by Cracknell. Got it. Definitely, I think, did get a piece of it, and the bucket still went.
Jackson back to that right hand. Good footwork. This is great finish from Jordan Jackson, who's showing a really nice repertoire this evening.
Yeah, Coach Nurazade working hard with him as well, just to help him with his positioning to receive the ball. But really nice move from the former Oakland Wolf.
Nice from the Warriors. Anthony Kerr on the drive. Sean Oganoa on the finish.
Yeah, a bit of a theme for them. They seem to be working quite a lot on dribble penetration with their bigs clocking inside, and they've found one to go this time.
Pete Walker into the game for the last 22 seconds. Brief update on Pete Walker for the people who don't know Pete Walker.
Pete Walker, former Cardiff Archers, excellent shooter, joining the Rockets for his 3rd and final year at the academy, so should be one to look out for sure.
13 to go in the first half. It's Jenkins against Khalil. Will go screen and roll with Jackson. It's Kitchen, who should have a chance to put that one up, but he's blocked, and that will do it for the first quarter. The after the buzzer heave hits the backboard, nothing doing. So 50 plays 35. Wouldn't say Reading comfortable, but have been good value for their 50.
Yes, I think so. They've found some answers to the questions that they've been asked in terms of the zone. You can see the style of game that they've been trying to play early on in the season. I think the Warriors will be relatively happy. What I found good about them is that they've gone to John Johnson, who's been a success in scoring, and they haven't played, erratically. So, 15-point game, you'd say obviously the first half very much in favour of the Rockets, but you never know with this Westminster team. If they can come out and just take away some of the things that the Rockets are doing, they may well make a game of it.
So we'll take a quick break for the first half while we get salmon sandwiches.
Is that what's on the menu today?
Yeah, of course it is, mate.
with some caviar, I hope.
As I say, 50 to 35. Join us in about 10 minutes or so, and we'll come back for the second half. I'm going to furiously try and find some live stats in this half, and I'm going to see if my children are okay in the stand somewhere.
Fantastic. I am also going to look at live stats, but I have no children, so
Brilliant.
I will just sit here quietly.
Join us second half. We'll be here. See you in 10 minutes. Welcome back, Loddon Valley Leisure Centre. Second half ahead of us. Home team Reading Rockets versus visiting Westminster Warriors in this KitKing NBL Trophy Group 2 stage game. Joined Ben Fisher.
You sounded like Alan Partridge then.
Well, I know you like that, so that's why I do it for you.
Excellent. The fans will love it too.
They will. First proper game of the season. As I say, NBL KitKing Trophy this one. Good first half.
Yeah, I think the Rockets will be pleased their first half. I think standouts Jemiah Jenkins and Troy Cracknell. I think Jordan Jackson has been better in terms of his interior play, which is good. But obviously John Johnson's been probably the biggest threat of the game for the Warriors. He's really carried their team forward and made it an interesting contest.
Yeah, John Johnson really got going in the second quarter. I had 4 baskets unanswered. Rockets fairly balanced, I would say. So Jordan Jackson's been good. Troy Cracknell had his moments. Jemiah Jenkins started well. Really been a good start by the Rockets. They're already out on the floor with champion Cracknell, Porter, Jackson and Jenkins. I still endeavour to find live stats. Not doing a good job.
No, there seems to be a bit of an issue early season with that. But we do have our statisticians here, which is good.
Former Rockets media guy Todd Lindley once showed me this way to find them, and I was not paying attention. And now,
more fool you.
Yeah, exactly. Westminster Warriors with the first possession here. Here's Khalil, Drayshawn Brown in. Oganowo in. Anthony Kerr on the baseline. Nothing doing. Don't know where this one's going to go. Coach Brown fairly animated in front of us. Inbound, nothing happening there. This is Drayshawn Brown, and it's stolen away by Porter. No numbers so far, but he'll go all the way himself and doesn't get the finish after getting to the rim. Jardel Anthony Kerr the other way. Nothing doing him. 2 missed easy ones on both ends. This is Jenkins with the tricky handle. We'll go inside to Jackson. Good post catch on that low block, and travel called. Interesting.
Yeah, it seemed, I think he moved both feet at the same time before putting the ball on the floor, so I think that one's a good call.
That's why you're here, coach, to give us that stuff.
Thanks.
This is Khalil to Drayshawn Brown. John Johnson will set the pick. Arms aloft. Jardel Anthony Kerr against Cracknell. Pulls up with the mid-range. Front rims this one, and Cracknell will clear. Champion right wing, and Warriors, after sitting in a lot of zone, have gone back to the man that disrupted the Rockets' rhythm early on. Cracknell off the backboard gets it to go.
Yeah, nice touch from Troy Cracknell off the pick and roll there. Opens the scoring for the Rockets in this third quarter.
Foul called on 10. John Johnson on the inbound. Tipped away by Champion, but stays with Westminster. Sean Oganowo inside. Nothing doing, foul called.
Have you been able to find some live stats?
I have. I know I've gone a wee bit quiet on this mic at the minute. It's because I think I found some. You shall have to cover the silence while I try and sort the technical
I'd
issue.
love to. I'd love to. It's, the Warriors have the ball on the baseline. And there's your man again. Gunwo lays it in for 2. Mark's just checking his electricity bill as we speak. It's always good to see midway through the third quarter. Porter couldn't get it to go, saves it. Cracknell will pull the trigger. He misses. Porter again. It's Jenkins fires to Champion. Back to Porter, who misses the stuff. And it's all a bit of a mess.
Well, I've stopped commentating and all hell broken loose.
Absolutely. Good of you to join us again.
Well, I'm here now. I've got live stats. I'm feeling much better about life. And going the other way, it's the Westminster Warriors. Sean Oganowu, so that will be on Champion, I believe, for the reach. No, it's gone on Jackson. While Sean Oganowu goes to the line, let's just have a quick catch-up with the leaders. It's Troy Cracknell leading the Rockets with 15 and John Johnson with 16 for Westminster. He leads all scorers. Finn Porter with 7 boards. Teo Oyalesi's got 6. Champion 4 assists. Jardo Anthony Kerr with 3. Cracknell also leading the block category with 2. 52-39, 7:30 to go in this third quarter. Cracknell to Jackson. Jenkins clears. Champion puts the ball on the floor, but he's fouled by Drayson Brown. Jackson just opens, gives back to Champion. He uses the screen a couple of times and is called for a walk. A little bit casual there from Lewis Champion.
Yeah, I think had the opportunity to shoot the 3 there, went under him on the pick and roll, but chose not to.
This is Khalil for Westminster against Jeremiah Jenkins. Drayson Brown, who's matched up with Jordan Jackson. He fancied the shot, probably could have gone one-on-one there, but here's Champion the other way against John Johnson. Gets that onto his left hand, and great dunk down from Champion, and Jordan Jackson with the two-handed dunk.
Yeah, nice to see that combination there between Champion and Jackson.
Westminster struggling to move the ball. Been stuck there. This is Sean Oganowu on that far side. Gets the bucket. Jenkins through Jackson. Now a Champion. He drops it off to Jackson again. One dribble and finish. Nice stuff from that combination again of Lewis Champion and Jordan Jackson.
Yeah, nice combination.
And there's the man for Westminster, John Johnson. Gets it the other way. Here's Cracknell for Reading. He'll go pick and roll again. This time refuses the pick. Mid-range pull-up, nothing doing. Cracknell likes that mid-range, doesn't he?
Yeah, got a nice touch.
Westminster bench off their feet for Sean Oganowu as he gets the and 1 against Ashley Kitchen.
Yes, he's come to play in this second half, that's for sure. And the Warriors kind of just keeping in touch, keeping things ticking over.
Yeah, just under 6 to go. 12 down. Chance to make it 11. in and out there for the extra one. And here's Cracknell. Has Kitchen on this far side. Kitchen handoff with Dixon. Tries to hand off with Jordan Jackson, but a miscommunication whether it was a handoff or a screen. And Chuck Duru with the runner. Nothing doing. Save to Kitchen. Rockets trying to slow the tempo a little bit here, get a score. Bit of a mismatch, Jackson with Dracian Brown.
Yeah, not as successful as with Lewis Champion and Jordan Jackson, otherwise known as Torval and Dean, I think.
Wow.
An absolutely fabulous duo.
Great. Tremendous reference. Dixon on the inbound. Cracknell screens the screener, and it's Jordan Jackson inside for the two-handed flush. Nice little baseline out of bounds there from the Rockets. Bit of screen the screener. Jackson left open. I can still do it, coach. I can still do it.
We'll have you back anytime, you know that.
Johnson against Jenkins, and reach-in foul. Rockets in the penalty, so this one will be free throws.
Very early as well in this third quarter, so 5 minutes, just under 5 minutes to go.
This is where I get really boring on streams, and I say this sort of thing, when you're in the penalty this early, I can't see anything but Westminster getting this close by the end of the third quarter. I think it's such a difference maker. And the fact they've got 3 fouls to give themselves means they can continue to be aggressive. If it goes the other way, I'll accept it, but I think they'll be close by the end of the third.
Yeah.
John Johnson makes a pair, and it's a 10-point ball game. Pinnock in with Kitchen, Dixon, Jackson and Champion. Good continuity there from the Rockets, better spacing, and there's that little bit of miscommunication again between the perimeter guys. Sean Ogano has been good here for Westminster. That will be a backcourt violation though. And timeout for Samit Nurazadeh, who you can just see is slightly more animated than before, and I think probably frustrated with the looks to be at Jordan Jackson for the two kind of perimeter errors that you've just seen. He either had a handoff or screen kind of mix up with Ben Dixon, and then on the far side there he's not sure whether he's passing to the cutter or coming for a handoff, and the same thing. So Coach Nurazadeh talking it over now.
Yes, I think he's just going to look at his pick and roll continuity offense there. I think you're right about Jackson not being able to find the player that's open or for the next action. Rockets offense a little bit stagnated at the moment. So I imagine that he'll be going back to some things that have been advantageous for the Rockets, getting the ball inside, getting stops, playing in transition. And I think the Rockets did respond very well in the second quarter to that after his timeout. So let's see if we can have the same output this time.
Westminster cut it to 10. 4:22 to go in this third quarter. Can't get my words out. As I say, Rockets in the penalty. Any personal foul, Westminster going to the line. Westminster will pick up the defensive energy. Dixon could quiet them down a little bit here, nothing doing, but Kitchen with a long rebound. Should have held on to that one, tries to force one inside to Jackson, and Westminster the other way. Bit of a Lessie. John Johnson, 3 men guarding him, goes to the turnaround. Can't get that one to go. Pinnock, he gets a good paint touch, nice kick to Kitchen, this could be useful. Ash Kitchen with the 3, and it comes at a really good time Ashley Kitchen extends the lead to 13. Big bucket.
Yeah, better offence and good from Pinnock as well. Didn't force the shot, stopped, passed it back out, and there was his man to knock down the 3 ball.
And there's that, I think for me, is that similar call, isn't it? It feels like good position there. Tough to defend.
Yeah, we've had a couple of those on both sides of the coin, I think. And as I say, I think it's another question of what did the defence do wrong, and maybe the officials saw something that we didn't. We are a couple of miles away from the play, so we're giving them the benefit of the doubt.
Should make it clear that we are not by where the camera view is. The camera is very well placed.
Yes,
in the middle.
That is
raised
true.
up. Would have been very useful to sit there.
Yes.
We are not.
But now we're approaching nearly 40. We can't see. We're both in our 30s, though, obviously.
We're in our 30s.
Both in our 30s.
Fact. Here's Pinnock. 12-point ball game. Hands off with Cracknell. There's that flare screen that worked very well in the first quarter. Down screen now for Cracknell against former Rocket Stanwell Tate. There's the drop and cut. Should be a kick here on for Jackson. Great find for Champion. This could be useful if it goes. Does not. I think Jordan Jackson could have released a bit earlier. Had some guys open. Still found the perimeter. A few seconds too late in my opinion.
Yeah, Lewis Champion making the extra pass as well. It's quite unselfish, but he has hit one in the games already.
Another foul on the baseline, and Westminster go to the line again. Finn Porter back in for Jordan Jackson. Great new venue here at Loddon Valley. Filled up really nicely for a first game on a Sunday ahead of a bank holiday. So new venue's worked out great, hasn't it?
Yeah, it's really, really good. It's a great atmosphere in here, a really great feeling. It kind of feels like it's brought the community together even more, and it's good to see a number of Rockets fans out cheering their team on.
Dare I say BBL ready venue?
Yeah, quite possibly. I think a couple more modifications and we're not far away.
Champion and Cracknell. On the flare screen, this is Pinnock. Good energy kick this time. Cracknell, no good, but he is fouled on the perimeter by Chuck Dura, and that will be shooting 3.
Yeah, a little messy from the Rockets that time, but they did find the inside, pitched it back out, and Cracknell hopefully going to the line for his just rewards.
Potential of a new floor for a BBL venue, you think? Try and lose some of the lines?
Yeah, that would be nice. I spent quite a few minutes, hours today polishing the lines, shall we say. But yes, hopefully so. I
will say as well, we are doing a few bits here to limit the number of lines. That's what you're talking about.
Yes.
And I think it is good. I think it's adding to just the overall production.
Yeah, trying not to make it look like a map of the London Underground.
Yeah. Thanks to everybody on the live stream for joining us for this KitKing NBL Trophy Group 2 game. Very much appreciate that you're spending your Sunday afternoon, evening with us. Foul on the 3 and Duru turns it over. Not the best 30-second sequence for Chuck. No.
Cracknell made all 3 free throws, and the Rockets with a chance to extend their lead even further now.
There's Porter on that same cut that Jackson had the dunk with. Just back rims the short hook. Stanwell Tate going the other way. This is Chuck Dura on the drive. He's picked by Pinnock, who gets a piece of another one, and there's an intentional foul here. Oh, I don't know what they're called. What are these called? Unsportsmanlike?
Unsportsmanlike.
I'm not sure who.
I don't actually know which way it's gone. I don't think anybody does.
Does anybody know which way they've called it?
So Reece Pinnock thought it was called against him. In fact, it's been called for him.
Made one.
Doesn't count.
Oh, it doesn't count.
No. So interesting to see a replay of that one.
I'm a bit confused with whether these are official or unofficial free throws now. Was that an official one?
I think that was an official one. With an unsportsmanlike foul, there's no line-up.
Referee Ian Spearman down in front of us, just explaining the call. It wasn't his call.
No, it was...
I think he's
Del Perkins made the call on that one. Yep.
I wish we had a mic to hear that.
Here it is again. That elevator.
Dixon inside, he's fouled. Had a little laugh at myself then, so I think Kanose Asamobi has just realised that we're sat behind him. He looked back, saw us, and then did the double take and went, "You're sat behind us."
Oh. There we go.
See if he looks back again. Right, after the unsportsmanlike foul, let's get back into some normality. 65-50. Just over 2 minutes to go in this third quarter, and a bit disjointed, but Rockets establishing their lead again.
Yes, it's not been the most fluid third quarter for the Rockets, but they have defended a little better in this third quarter, and have been a bit more patient on offense.
Champion with the steal, going to go inside himself and get the bucket. I don't know if we had a camera on Lewis Champion then, but he waved to his son Quincy on the front row, stole the ball, got the layup. That was pretty clever. That was pretty special.
I mean, yes, it's like that's NBA-esque, isn't it? But yeah, a couple of heady plays by the Rockets, just extending the pressure in the full court, getting the Warriors to turn it over, and extending their lead to 18, which I think will be pleasing for the home team.
Absolutely, and as you said, bit of a disjointed third. It's sort of gone one of two ways. Warriors get themselves back into it. I think they had a chance with the team foul situation to get a bit closer. It's actually gone the other way, so it's completely wrong. But I think that's because there are a couple of things, that the unsportsmanlike foul, a couple of turnovers from Chuck Duru in a row that sort of ended up being a bit of a momentum swing up. But it's 50-68, 18-point ball game extended to, and it sort of doesn't feel like an 18-point ball game yet, does it?
No, it doesn't. I think that's because the Warriors got it to 10, and they just couldn't quite tip the balance to get it to single digits. I think they had a chance to, but yeah, as you say, the Rockets with the unsportsmanlike, 3 free throws they've had as well, 2 turnovers out of bounds from the Warriors, has enabled the Rockets to push the boat out, as they say.
So John Johnson leads all scorers with 20. Troy Cracknell's got 18 for Rockets. Sean Ogonowu had a great third quarter, has 14 for Westminster. Jordan Jackson 13 for the Rockets. Troy Cracknell leads all with 7, tied with Finn Porter. Rebounds, Lewis Champion has 5 assists. Is that another turnover? Champion again and makes a 3. Lewis Champion has sparked to life here.
Absolutely, and that's an absolute dagger, really. You know, especially after a timeout for the Warriors to then concede the ball again, and Champion was there just to knock it down.
Bit of pressure here with Dixon and Champion. Stanwell Tate breaks that pressure, fires ahead, and Champion just about saves it, but doesn't hold on. Joseph Kahinde coming into the game. Stanwell Tate out after the turnover. Troy Cracknell managed to get a hand on that without looking at it. Exemplary defense.
Yep.
Loads of pressure here from Reading, making it really difficult for Westminster to get the ball in.
Yeah, Reece Pinnock trying to fire the Rockets up at the defensive end there.
5-second call on John Johnson, who hammers the ball at Troy Cracknell to try and save things.
Great effort there by Pinnock and Dixon to deny the ball from coming in.
Dixon does give you that different dimension defensively. Very smart defender, strong defender. Champion to Dixon, who I was just talking about, rattles that in and out, spoils my praise of him. Tyler Johnson the other way, the former Solent man, finds John Johnson. This time he's off left, and Champion with the rebound, Rockets out and running. Cracknell thought about it, will take their time here, 1:20 to go in this third. And then he's going to get teched up without question for that one. It's a call on the post up. Troy Cracknell then waves his arms in disgust at the call, and Westminster will get free throws.
Yes, it's a tough one, that one. I mean, when you've got a kind of a mismatch, and guard posting up a much smaller player, and you get kind of penalised for that. That's tough, but I think any reaction these days is a tech. So John Johnson's going to take the free throw.
Didn't realise there was going to be some sort of heartbeat sound on the in-game microphone.
Yes.
Don't know if you picked that up on the live stream, but that shocked me slightly.
I'm not sure whose heartbeat that was.
So, technical free throw shot back now where the foul took place. This is Johnson, Tyler Johnson for the Westminster Warriors, pressured by Champion. Cracknell defending well. Tyler Johnson just shovels it into John Johnson. There's a lot of hands in there, a lot of physicality. Foul called. Not sure which way it's going to go.
I think it's a 5-second violation that's been called, in fact.
Oh, fair enough. I almost forgot about it because you don't see him very often.
No, you don't. And the Rockets have really increased their tempo defensively.
Isaac Round into the game. Dixon has taken a seat. Hand off here between Porter and Champion. Inside to Porter, who managed to get the hands off him but can't quite kick it out. It's Oyelesi with the steal in the hands of John Johnson, fires ahead. This is Joe Kahinde. Johnson against Champion. John Johnson leading all scorers, goes to the baseline pull-up and rattles that one in and out halfway down for John Johnson. Will get another bite at this one from three. Still can't get it to go. Inside Kahinde with the follow, blocked by Pinnock, but foul called. 12.6 to go. This feels like a really long last 2 minutes of this quarter. I feel like I'm going on forever.
Yeah, both teams in the penalty. I think quite a few free throws have been shot.
Makes the first as Jeremiah Jenkins looks to check back in. Well over 130 watchers now. Very much appreciate everybody on the live stream. Hope it's all coming through loud and clear and you are enjoying what the stream team has to offer. A new venue of Loddon Valley, everything looking good here.
Yes,
let us know where you're tuning in from. Always like to know how far we're reaching. We've had Mishak Lufal check in from Romania. Former Rockets big. Proper friend of the Rockets, isn't he? Cracknell three, back rims it. And that is the end of the third quarter. So Rockets lead this one 71-53. Interesting third. What are your thoughts, Ben?
Yeah, quite scrappy, quite messy, but I think that the Rockets will be the happier of the two teams. They've extended their lead to 18, as you say, at the halftime. At the end of the third quarter. And I think that they had moments of really good play. I think the combination of pick and roll to inside play, especially with Lewis Champion and Jordan Jackson, was very beneficial. I think they've missed a couple of perimeter threes that they'd hoped to make, so I think they're in a good position. The Warriors are still chipping away. It seems to have dried up a little bit scoring-wise. The Rockets have turned up the tempo defensively, so interesting to see how this fourth quarter plays out.
Westminster always been the type of team with a good run in them, you know, always competitive. I think they'll probably have to find another scoring option. I think they'll, if heavily relies on John Johnson, unless he really gets going again, they'll probably need to find one more scoring option. If not, I'm sure, you know, we'll see what the game plays out with. Just give you a quick update on the leaders. It is that man, John Johnson, who leads with 21. Troy Cracknell with 18 for the Rockets. Troy Cracknell leads rebounders, tied with Finn Porter, Teo Oyalesi with 7 each. Lewis Champion has 5 assists. Drayshawn Brown has 3 for the Warriors. Troy Cracknell with 2 blocks. Again, good time to share the stream now with anybody you know. Get a bit of a watch party going on. Get people on the stream. See if we can push up the numbers into this fourth quarter. Jeremiah Jenkins with Troy Cracknell. There's that nice flare screen that is tricky to defend. Handoff with Round against Duru. Inside to Jordan Jackson. A bit too slow again. I think he can get rid of that ball quicker. Nice offense to get it there. And here's John Johnson, foul by Cracknell. That may well be his 4th. Not sure if Nurazade managed the 3rd, but I think with the tech, there you go, that's his 4th.
Good knowledge.
Yeah, trying to stay on it a little bit, but I think that'll be interesting. Do you take Troy out now? You probably do, right? Save him for the last 4 or 5 minutes if you need him.
Yeah, I think you probably have to.
Looks like Champion will check in.
Jordan Jackson's just got to be a little smarter on that play. He should know that the defense is going to collapse onto him.
John Johnson with the kick. Khalil inside finds Johnson. He rattles that one in for 2. Jenkins with the runner inside. He back rims it, needed that one to go. Kept alive by Jordan Jackson. That's really useful from the big man. Nice extra effort to keep that one alive.
Great composure from Ben Dixon there as well. Just a little tap pass back inside and an easy one for the Rockets.
Keeps on going.
He's going to have 30.
I would hazard a guess that's a very safe bet. Move to 24 personal now. Dixon with Cracknell. He likes the look of that one. Back rims another. Combination of Round and Jackson trying to keep that one alive and doesn't. Here's Khalil out and running. Steps past Dixon and finishes. Timeout coming from Samit Nurazade. Westminster Warriors cut that 18-point deficit at the end of the 3rd to just 13 now.
Yeah,
some quick ones.
Probably a good timeout as well by Coach Nurazade. Just 5-zip run, but the Rockets not really, for want of a better phrase, firing there. Cracknell's seen the back of the iron a number of times on his 3-point attempts. So he'll just want to settle down a little bit, go back to getting stops, playing in transition as we've said before, and probably playing through his interior players. But yeah, like Jamar Jenkins had a good look on the floater, couldn't quite get it to go, so probably a good time just to press the reset button and go again.
Yeah, I think if you look at it on the whole, if you look at the first half, there was plenty of rolling to the rim where Jackson's scoring in motion or something's gone off a drive. A lot of perimeter action at the minute, or Jackson's catching the ball very stationary, and Westminster are keying on that. So, yeah, I think that I think you're right. Nurazali's probably going to want his team to go back inside, but off of more off of a motion rather than it being very set and throwing it in and being stuck.
Yeah, absolutely.
Westminster extend the pressure out this timeout, but possibly a bit of token pressure, but near a turnover there. That's Jardel Anthony Kerr, going to be an 8-second violation. Not quite. Jenkins does the complete opposite of what we just said and makes it anyway.
Yeah, really good to see Jemiah Jenkins hit the 3 ball.
Numbers ahead for Westminster and foul by Champion, who does the "but I've got the ball, can't be a foul" gesture.
Yeah, we could have been back up to 18 points again with Dixon stealing off the inbound. Couldn't get it to go, got blocked. But we're back down the other end for 2 shots.
Yeah, and just looking at any potential foul trouble, it's Troy Crackman who's in the most foul trouble for Reading, everybody else with 2. Not everybody else, the next highest with 2. And only Sean Ogonowu for Westminster with 4. John Johnson actually has 3, but should manage that through this 4th quarter.
Yeah, 1 from 2 on the free throws there. So 15-point game.
Still this extended pressure that actually stays this time from Westminster. Champion beats all of that pressure, but that's what you need, that extra bit of tempo and then get the turnover, but not quite this time. Dixon helping Pinnock. Guarded by the man I said is in foul trouble, and it's Jackson who goes down, but recovered by Dixon. 8 on the shot clock. Pinnock with the 3. Short, didn't feel confident with that one. Khalil clears, kicks ahead to Johnson. Johnson off his fingertips. Goes out of bounds. I missed some of that, Coach. Brown, 7-foot figure, covered most of the play for me.
Johnson looking to post up Dixon there. Dixon fronting him and did a good job forcing the turnover.
Here's Jeremiah Jenkins. Here's that pick and roll trying to get Jackson in motion. Pinnock keeps it on the floor, and it's going to be Jackson with the finish inside. That's more of what we wanted to see, perimeter movement inside and a dump off to Jackson.
Yeah, absolutely, and a good find by Pinnock. Balanced play, got it inside to Jackson for 2.
Yeah, great. You can see Pinnock's patience has been very good in this game. You know, really could have taken some early shots or some mid-range ones, but keeps going, gets paint touches, and then, yeah, as you say, finds Jordan Jackson for the flush.
Yeah, and that's good for Pinnock's confidence as well. Like, he's found his role.
Jardel Anthony Kerr inside. Here's Pinnock against the man who just got the last bucket for Westminster. Champion goes one-on-one, finds Pinnock. Patience again, this one will be short. Bit up and down, bit fluid the tempo at the minute. Okonowu goes the other way, but he's fouled by Pinnock. I think if he watches that one back, he'd probably agree.
Yeah, not sure Coach Nurazade agrees, but I don't know when the last time he did agree with a referee's call, to be fair.
One, start thinking about people on the live stream, who your player of the game would be. This is Jenkins the other way. A lot of contact, nothing doing, goes that way. Good defense from
great
for Saeb Khalil.
Great rebound by Jenkins, looking to go coast to coast there.
Jackson off the inbound, he's one-on-one with Okonowu at the minute. Muscles his way inside and good patience and footwork from Jordan Jackson.
Yeah, I like to see that as well. I think he established good position and a nice move.
Sean Okonowu the other way. Great finish going underneath with the left. Champion inside, gets a bit too deep. Steals one off Johnson. Pinnock with the pickup and puts it in.
Yeah, nice play by Lewis Champion. The Rockets have done a really good job in the full court during this game.
Drayton Brown, guarded by Champion, who stays off. Nothing doing there. Jenkins on the floor first, gets it, and it's great. Here's Pinnock the other way against Khalil. Should be able to finish on the run. A lot of contact and shooting too.
Yeah, nice job by the Rockets. Good ball pressure there, forcing the turnover. Pinnock turning on the Jets.
Timeout, Coach Brown. This one's extended out to 17.
Yeah, and it could be a chance for 19. So 5 minutes and change left in the game. I think Coach Brown just looking to keep the level of performance up, try to get a few things from the game. One last attempt to see if they can get it anywhere near single digits.
So, if you are just joining us, thank you for joining. For the other 130 or so that have been here for the majority of the game, Rockets lead this one, 82-65, with 5:26 exactly to go in the game. Coach Brown in front of us, just trying to G the troops up for the last 5 minutes. See if he can get himself into an end game. A little bit far away for an end game at the minute, but if they can get it in single digits with about 2 minutes to go, say they win with a shout. Who's impressed so far for you, Coach?
Well, I think the two players we kind of highlighted at the beginning of the game, Troy Cracknell and Jemiah Jenkins, have done well. Jordan Jackson has been very up and down in the game. He's had some really, really positive moments, and I think he's had some moments for growth. Obviously, John Johnson's done a fantastic job for the Warriors. Still can play at this level. There's no question about that. I've also been impressed with Sean Ogunwo. I think he's done a really good job. As the Rockets get the possession back.
Here is Champion with Jackson on the feed, almost found inside by Dixon. Champion picks up the loose one and buries a three, and Champion's got good confidence this evening. Rockets extend the pressure. Here's Jenkins against Khalil. Well, behind the back to Johnson. He'll get himself inside and earns himself a foul.
Rockets with the biggest lead of the game, Mark.
Extended to 20. Keep the comments coming in on the streams. Really want to find out who you think is your player of the game. I'll accept entries from both Westminster and Reading, and then I'll inevitably choose a Reading player.
Yes. I guess home commentary plus a win I would expect.
4:40 to go in this first round game of the KitKing NBL Trophy Group 2 this is. It's Reading Rockets, Westminster Warriors, Oaklands and Thames Valley Cavaliers in this group. First game for these two teams in the KitKing Trophy.
Yes, and Rockets going inside to Jordan Jackson again. They've kind of found their groove, I think. I think having Ben Dixon on the floor has really helped the Rockets with a little bit of poise.
Turnover, and it's Reading going the other way with Jenkins with a tricky dribble. Dixon looks off Jackson inside. Now the floated one from Pinnock. Bit of a shot to the face there from Jackson.
Yeah, tough catch for Jackson, but Rockets are keeping possession. Jenkins steps back and finds nothing but net on the 3 ball.
Kicked ahead to Duru, shovels to Sean Oganowo. And there he is inside again. Doesn't get that one to go. Here comes Champion, 3:40 to go. 90 plays 65.
Pistol Pete Walker's into the game.
Oh, I like it.
Yep. How long will it take him to get the 3 ball up? Let's see.
I hope he fires one up. Be disappointed if he doesn't. Jenkins off the high screen finds Dixon in the corner. That one looked good all the way, and it's a 3 from Ben Dixon, and this one's opening up. Sean Oganowo blocked by Jordan Jackson on the chase down, and here's Dixon the other way. Finds Pinnock, he'll go up for the easy 2, and Rockets are really flowing now at a good time. Last 3 minutes, 95 plays 65.
Yeah, nice sequence by the Rockets there.
I'm going to do my best. I'm going to do my best at the end of the game to set up a post-game interview.
Oh, fantastic! Who will
It's not going to be me. New media man Jack Brazil.
Yes, not from Brazil, I hasten to add.
Isn't there some sort of famous Alan Brazil?
Alan Brazil, yes.
Yeah, not related?
Good. Don't think so, but if they are, that is the best story of the day.
So I will endeavour to set up an interview for young Jack while Ben Fisher wraps up things here. Isaac Round inside. Turnover. Jardo Anthony Kerr the other way. John Johnson picks up another. See where he ends up stats-wise.
The Rockets with 3 academy players on the floor now. Great to see.
Stream Team of Jade just sprinting past us. Oh, telling young Jack Brazil that he's interviewing.
Yeah. Oh, Brazil nuts.
No pressure.
No, exactly.
2:48 to go, 95-70. 25-point ball game. Drayson Brown with the foul. Drayson Brown has fouled out. That was his 5th foul. Takes a seat in front of us. Here's Pinnock. Oh, I nearly had it. I thought I had it.
Yeah, that was a strong pass.
It was like coming straight to me.
It was like when the football's kicked into row Z.
Yeah. Thankfully, Kanosi Asamobi stuck up his hand and just snatched it out of the air before it smashed into me.
He did.
When you watch this back,
you're the saviour.
Much appreciated. Khalil on the drive against Pinnock, just a bit too strong on the layup. Bobbling around, a lot of hands, and finally a whistle on the floor. Fouls on 10. Finn Porter.
Yes, 2 shots there, and an interesting sequence. I thought that the first layup in that play, he got hammered, and that one, not sure.
My laptop seems to have died a little bit, so I am live statting through my phone, so apologies to any viewers who think I'm being unprofessional. It's just because the Wi-Fi for my laptop has dropped out.
Yes, that's fine.
So apologies.
You are forgiven as 2 free throws are made for the Warriors.
Pinnock and Tyler Johnson stolen away by Sean Oganowu. And massive block from Reece Pinnock! I've said it all last season. He is the #1 chase down blocker in the league. No one close.
Most definitely.
Kitchen, time to look at this one. Ash Kitchen splashes one for the Rockets.
You love to see it.
Rockets on course for trips.
Yes.
Pinnock with the steal. Isaac Brown's ahead. Porter on the trail. Throws one up. Porter nearly with a big finish. That would have been a way to bring up 100.
Certainly would.
Pete Walker inside. Finds Kitchen. Finds Round with the cross. The push off. And called by the officials. 1:18 to go. 98-72. Pinnock leaves the floor for Ant Corner.
I really hope he makes one from the corner.
You won't be invited back on this stream if you keep that up.
Okay.
Taylor Johnson. This is John Johnson with the pull-up. Makes it, and that is his 30.
Ah, there we go. What an evening he's had, huh?
He's been outstanding. He has scored on all levels, and he's been a good watch. Pete Walker against former JMA product Stanwell Tate. Inside to Porter, great position. He'll just hook that in, and that brings up the 100. Hot dogs for everyone. Just joking, there's no promo offer for 100. There's no hot dogs. Johnson with the pull-up, snatched out the air by Ash Kitchen. Told to slow it down, and Round will keep on playing. Go to the pull-up, and that will just about do it with 15 to go. So just under 10, and this one is all she wrote. Thank you everybody for joining me on this live stream and joining Ben Fisher. We've had a good old time. But it's all over, 100-74. So I will leave you to wrap up, Coach. Let me know your thoughts on both teams while I run on court with the mic. Enjoy.
Yeah, so Rockets with 50 points in both halves, scoring 100 there. Some standout performances. Troy Cracknell was influential for the Rockets. Jemiah Jenkins had a good first outing for the Berkshire club. Jordan Jackson scored well inside. And Finn Porter, I think, complimented him as well. I think it was a very balanced attack from the Rockets. Lewis Champion made a couple of triples. Ben Dixon came on, defended really well, and knocked one down from the corner. Reece Pinnock, with his ever-present defence, was awesome. And it was really good to see Isaac Round, Ash Kitchen and corner Pete Walker see the floor as well. So great job to the Rockets for scoring 100 points there in their first game. For the Warriors, as we've spoken about, John Johnson with 30 points. An absolutely fantastic performance from him. And this Warriors team, I think, will grow and grow as the season progresses. Mustn't forget we're really early season here. In the trophy league gets underway very soon, but it is the Rockets who will come away from Loddon Valley with their first win of the trophy campaign. They will take on the Oakland's Wolves on Wednesday before facing the Thames Valley Cavaliers in their final game of the trophy rounds. We are going to be heading courtside shortly because Mark Hailwood looks like he's grabbed Troy Cracknell, and we will head over there now as Mark interviews Troy.
Joined by Troy Cracknell after the NBL KitKing Trophy game against the Westminster Warriors. Troy, first proper game here, I'd say, in the UK. How was it?
That's pretty good. A little sloppy for our first game, but lots to learn today. We got a good team win today and go for next one on Wednesday.
So the game had some different flows in it,
right.
Some periods of very good play, some periods of indifferent play.
Right.
How do you think the team's coming together?
Slowly but surely. It's our first game, like you said. We've only had about 2 or 3 pre-games before this, and so our defense needs a little more pick it up. But other than that, I think we're a pretty good team. Take a couple more games to get everything going together. But other than that, I think we'll be good this year.
And your first year here in the UK, how are you settling in?
It's been good so far. I've been here for about 3 weeks now, and I'm really excited, really enjoying it. Reading has treated me like family, so I'm excited for the next couple more months and see where it goes from there.
Appreciate it. That was Troy Cracknell, player of the game against Westminster Warriors. What are we doing? We better get it right.
So, just to wrap things up here at Loddon Valley Leisure Centre, the Rockets have won their first trophy game of the season, 100-74 against the Westminster Warriors. Another good performance, and we heard from Troy Cracknell there with Mark Hailwood. Cracknell with his first competitive game for the Reading Rockets, and it looks like Mark Hailwood is going to grab head coach Samit Nurizadeh. We're just waiting to see if he can. In the meantime, just a reminder that the Rockets are back in action on Wednesday when they face Oakland's Wolves, and then the following weekend playing the Thames Valley Cavaliers, seeing to see if they can get wins number 2 and 3 for this trophy. And Mark Hailwood has indeed got Samit Nurizadeh.
Okay, joined by my good friend, Samit Nurizadeh.
Thank you.
First proper game of the year. How was it?
Hard one.
Yep.
Hard one. As you know, I've been away for a long time, and I need to get to know what's going on, because the strength and the weaknesses, difficult to judge now. We've got a lot to work on. I don't want to dismiss the win we have. Congratulate the fans and the Rockets, the boys, players. However, we've got a lot to work on. Lots of mistakes, but okay, slowly.
And good team performance. Troy Cracknell was very good today. What do you think of him today?
Troy could do a lot more for us, not just scoring. I think a lot more there. He likes scoring. But he defends really well, rebounds for his size really well, but he could do a little bit of a patience and not just shooting and driving, a little bit of a more calm down basketball and creating a lot more. And as I said, we've got a lot to work on.
And as you say, you're back. Let's talk about non-basketball. How is it to be back?
Great. I've missed it. I've missed shouting.
We did wonder if you were going to be the same,
Yeah.
I do say yes.
No, I hope I've changed a little bit, not as fiery. It's been brilliant to be back, and hopefully it's going to be for a long haul.
Brilliant. Back over to you, Coach Nurizadeh. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thanks, mate.
So that was Reading Rockets' new head coach, Samit Nurizadeh, just talking things over with Mark Hailwood. Very pleased with his team's first victory of the season. 100-74, the Rockets are victorious. A massive thank you to everybody for listening in to the stream today, and a massive thanks to our stream team and all our supporters here in Reading and across the nation. It's been great to see you. Thank you very much indeed for your time today.